Hi guys, it's Des at Gym WX. You don't have to do all the bigger exercises to build muscle. So I'm talking mainly your barbell squats, your deadlift, and your bench press. So these three are powerlifting movements, okay? And powerlifters will train these three movements, and it's pretty much all they ever train because they're trying to get stronger on those core lifts, okay? So like really heavy barbell squats, heavy deadlifts, and heavy bench press, and they're all aiming for like that 1 rep max, if not 3 rep max, 5 rep max. Yeah, so they're trying to get really strong, super strong on those lifts. Now if your goal, okay, if your goal is to build muscle, okay, you just want to put on some size, okay, then you don't have to worry about doing all these like big exercises trying to aim for that 1 rep max, okay? Because the thing about building muscle is what you want to increase your mechanical tension on the muscles, and also take your sets close to failure or even till failure. Okay, so that's the best approach about it, building muscle, if that's your main goal. Yeah, so because the body doesn't, the muscles don't care about how much you put on the bar, because they don't care about tension. So you're going to try to train the muscles till they fatigue properly. Yeah, train till failure kind of thing. Yeah, so with like powerlifting movements, I know a lot of like people when they're starting out, it's like they want to load on as much plate on the bar as possible, and then just try to lift it for one rep max. Yeah, so like bench press, they just load loads of plates on, and maybe get a spotter, a friend, a gym bro, that to spot them and see if they can still get it up. If they can't, it doesn't matter, maybe next time. And same with like barbell squats, load loads of plates on the bar and see if they can squat it. The way I see it is, I mean, unless you're training to be a powerlifter, or if you are a powerlifter, or if you're trying to get very strong, like if strength is your main goal, then you can train like that, okay? Try to get strong on your squat, your deadlift, and your bench. But if you're just trying to like build muscle, hypertrophy if it is your goal, then I would just opt for sort of maybe like moderate intensity, but then just more reps, more volume, and it's just trying to train till failure. Yeah, I guess that would be the best approach about it. Okay, so like I said, I'm not saying that we should not train squats or deadlifts, but there are just better options out there. Because I do squats too. I do squats, just not that often. I do bench as well, just not often. Yeah, and so my advice would be, like, if you're trying to build some muscle, maybe go for so let's say instead of squats, maybe just do more leg presses. Instead of doing bench press, maybe use more of the machines, chest press machines, or you can do body weight exercises, just different variations of it. Deadlifts, you can probably just go maybe moderate weights and just do RDLs instead of trying to like do all the the 1 rep max conventional deadlift. So do RDLs instead, which will still like build your glutes, hamstrings, and also your back muscles. So yes, so do maybe just choose like alternatives, and then really try to like get yourself stronger on those lifts as well. Yes, because the thing is about powerlifting movements, if you're all training for the 1 rep max, there's a lot of stress on the joints, and also a lot of stress on the muscles. I've been through that phase as well, trying to get really like strong on deadlifts, and it's caused a lot of issues, like hip issues, glute issues, and then I had to stop deadlifting because of that. Yeah, because I was always chasing that, the 1 rep max. I was also always chasing my personal record, personal best, and obviously it did something. It caused problems. And then when I moved from doing like low reps into like higher volume reps but moderate intensity, I felt a lot of benefits. At least like every week I was able to do certain exercises, and not getting injured, and then I was able to continue to make further progress because of using like slightly lighter loads and higher volume, and just train till failure like that. So that's kind of worked for me. So but like I said, just because like just because I'm saying that you don't have to do the 3 powerlifting movements, doesn't mean like you shouldn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I think if you want to, and if you're capable, then yes. I mean, even with powerlifting movements, you can still train close to failure. So if you're not training for that 1 rep max, you can still go for maybe just like go for like 10 reps. Maybe select a moderate intensity, go for 10 reps, but don't go to failure, because you just don't know what will happen when you fail. If you fail on your own, maybe a bit difficult to get out of that situation. So for example, if you're bench pressing and if you fail on the bench press and there's nobody else around, then you're going to be pretty much stuck, unless, like, you know, not have the collars on and just let the plates slide off and things like that. But then there's always going to be that risk of injury, of whether you injure yourself, whether you just tear like a pec or something, or you know, there's just a lot of different things. You know, even like squats and things, you can always like injure yourself from squats, or injure your lower back from lifting too heavy. Yeah, and also you've seen some of these nasty accidents that you might have seen on like TikTok, Instagram. You know, some of the gym fails videos. Yeah, they're not very nice. So you know what I mean. You know, there's always going to be the risk of injury there when you're lifting like very like heavy weights. But yeah, like I said, you know, if you truly want to build muscle, I'll say just take a step back and just like maybe train muscles. Okay, don't just train the movements, but train the muscles. Take your time to let the muscles contract, you know, and let that, you know, feel that squeeze, feel that burn in every rep. All right. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Peace.